Good morning. Happy Friday to you. My name is Evan Smith. I'm the pastor at Second Presbyterian Church here in downtown Stanton, and I'm coming to you today with your daily video devotional. Today we're looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 12 and 13. Listen now to God's word. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit that is from God, so that we may understand the gifts bestowed on us by God. And we speak of these things in words not taught by human wisdom, but taught by the Spirit, interpreting spiritual things to those who are spiritual. So Paul says this really interesting thing here. He says, we haven't received the spirit of the world, like the spirit that's out there. That's not what we've been given. What we have been given is the Spirit that is from God. And the reason we have the Spirit from God is specifically so that we can understand the deeper things. Like Paul's been talking about this idea of wisdom and trying to understand this and realizing, as we talked about yesterday, no eye has seen, no ear has heard what God has prepared for those who love Him. And so we have the Spirit of God to help us in our journey. So in other words, we are called to grow spiritually. We are called to better ourselves. We are called to grow not in a self-improvement kind of way, but in a shedding off of the old sinful person to let more of Christ grow and develop within us. And you don't have to do that on your own. You don't have to do that by your own power. Instead, God has given His Spirit to live within you, and that Spirit is teaching you spiritual things, is teaching you the things about God. And so therefore, Paul says, when we're speaking, we're not talking with human wisdom, we're talking to the spiritual people in spiritual terms. And it's like a different language. Even though it's the same words, others may understand it. If you have the Spirit, when someone else with the Spirit speaks, it's like your ear understands in a way that others might not. And Paul says that's what's going on here. And what an amazing gift that is for us this day, that God has given His Spirit to us, that we can then recognize when the Spirit is moving, how the Spirit is moving, so that we can follow. Now, some of that I do think takes a little practice. And if we have spent time listening to the voices of the world and the spirit of the world instead of the Spirit of God, we might not be able to trust our ears in the same way. But if we have conditioned ourselves with the things of the Spirit to listen to the Spirit, then we can listen and hear and discern God's voice so much better. And that is your word for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please click the like button, maybe even share it on your own page. Thanks a lot. Have a great day, and goodbye.